Hello guys, what are we doing? The random states. I was going to the world, but let's just do the states first. There were 50 states, so it was basically going to be until there's one of the states left. Basically, all the states became separate and they had to reunite America, essentially. And yep, it's kind of similar to other series like that, like in Hearts of Iron 4, where all the states are separate. So, yep, we'll be starting with Alabama. Oh, okay. Alabama would be red color. Because the flag has red on it. Alabama's this one. That one, the other one's Mississippi. They look almost the same. And, yep, Arkansas. The South, essentially. Florida. Uh-oh. The states could be united under the Florida men. The very dangerous Florida men. And they take Kentucky. New York. Yep. Or, watch, all the big states get to go. Have to go. Yeah, New York. Can make this. Okay. Yeah, it could be until there's one state left. New York gets. Oh, let's get the neighbor. New York again. That is a U.S. state randomizer. It's the same one here, and they get Kentucky. Delaware. Delaware is the meme one. I was hoping Delaware would get one because everybody forgets Delaware even exists. And they get Alabama, so that means Arkansas. On the map is independent. And independent from all the rest. Michigan, oh god, they're going to spread Detroit. That's what they're going to do, they're going to spread the whole, and there goes Delaware. Nice knowing you, that means Alabama's now blue. I don't think any Alabamian would want to see their state be blue. North Dakota. Oh, North Dakota gets California. California has to be welcomed under the new leadership. It's fun to understand. I never do the place they start with, but it was California the first one. New Hampshire. Because it always generates one state every single time. I don't ever do that one because that's like already pre-generated. Colorado. Yep. New Hampshire, they want the weed. They want the number one export now is probably weed. Iowa. I hope they take out New York. But who would inherit it? Connecticut? I think it would be Connecticut. Connecticut's closer. New Hampshire. Okay, it's Washington. They can't. Or all the liberal states. Okay, so Washington, California, which is of course owned by North Dakota. That's Maine. Oh no, not the Mormons, of course. First we had the Florida men, now we have the Mormons. And they get Georgia. Mississippi is this red. Gets New Mexico, of course. New Mexico. Kentucky. Kentucky is former New York. Gets Vermont. They gain all the states by New York. New Mexico, which is Mississippi. Gets Missouri. Pennsylvania, which is known for... What is Pennsylvania? Yeah, they're known for coal, so they get or gray. And they get Missouri. Maryland. They get a golden color. Even though they're not the golden state, they still get the golden color because the golden state has always been taken out. And they get Maine. Ohio. Oh no, the Florida men. They didn't win. Not the Florida men. Okay, Virginia will be this color. Oh, they get Wyoming. Wyoming isn't really that great. Okay, South Dakota will be another shade of green. And they get New Mexico. Yeah, this map is already saying up. Hawaii, yep. Hawaii will be a... Yeah, the pink hasn't been used before. Yeah, we're only doing states. No Puerto Rico. Next is New Hampshire. and they take out Iowa. Next is Oregon, and they also take Iowa. Oregon again, and they take out Louisiana. Utah. Indiana. Hopefully it isn't a one-sided victory this time. Massachusetts. They get the human skin color. I think it's color they don't want to be associated with. That I get is Wyoming. California. Hopefully you have like the Cold War, where it isn't just one place owns everything. Right at the start, and yep, Oregon takes Washington. Those states are uniting. Maryland, they get New York, so... Okay, that's the wrong color. There we go. Next is Nebraska. What's it gonna be? This color. They take Maine. So it doesn't really matter who owned Maine. Texas has not yet to go. Oklahoma takes Delaware. South Carolina, that's gonna be a different color shade of that blue. And they take California. Oregon goes again. And they take Hawaii. Yeah, half of these colors will not survive this episode. Missouri gets North Carolina. No, that's Pennsylvania. Colorado. Which is by itself, because that color does not repeat at all. Gets Hawaii. Utah. Which is gets North Carolina. Made 0%, and that's how it took them. Nevada is a blue color. Those is purple color. And they get Nevada. They get Texas. Alabama. They're still around. They get Tennessee. Texas. They get Alaska. I ain't doing it. I'll do these. Oh yeah, let's do down here too. Very annoying state. Very annoying state that you have to call in. Because of all these islands here. Next is West Virginia. West Virginia is here. And they get Iowa. Iowa is the punching bag. Georgia gets Indiana. Though they get Rhode Island. Because they already own Indiana. Utah already owns that. North Dakota. And Oklahoma is gone. They didn't really get a chance. Rhode Island again. Gets Connecticut. Yep. Rhode Island gets Connecticut. Montana. Say Montana still has a chance to win. They get Maryland. Minnesota will be a slightly different color. And they'll get South Carolina, so they'll go South Carolina. Massachusetts gets Michigan. Up, the spread of Detroit is gone. Missouri, they get Iowa. Arizona gets Illinois. South Carolina, which is a part of a different state. Yeah, this is a different color. Gets New Mexico. Connecticut. What color? Where did this originate from? Maine. Not Florida, because Florida was orange. They own both of here. That's Utah, because Colorado is not that color. California. They get Wisconsin. Oregon gets Wyoming. Okay, we'll make it go fast. I'll do 10 states. So next state is Indiana. And they get Montana. Next is Idaho. And they get New York. Next is Kentucky. And Kentucky takes out Nevada. Next is New Mexico. And they take out Utah. So that means Utah is now no longer there. Next is Oregon. And Oregon gets Vermont. Yep, there we go. Utah takes out Oregon. Again. Maine. Oh, no, not Mississippi. By the time Mississippi gets away. Gets defeated. Texas gets Delaware. Well, Louisiana gets West Virginia. Yeah, a lot of these colors are going to go away. Wyoming gets Connecticut. Iowa gets South Dakota. Washington gets New Mexico. Ohio gets Massachusetts. Well, we got Louisiana. Then they get Maine. Texas gets Indiana. No, not Indiana. Louisiana gets Pennsylvania. So that goes Pennsylvania. Nebraska gets Texas. Oklahoma gets Wisconsin. Florida, which is owned by Ohio, gets Utah. Georgia gets West Virginia. I think I fixed that problem. Same thing with... Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Gets West Virginia. No. Florida gets Minnesota. Pennsylvania gets Maryland. or to repair that border. New Hampshire is the same color, gets Arkansas. Yep, this is always time to become a landslide. Washington next gets Indiana. Delaware, which is a different color, thankfully. Gets Montana, so Montana's out. Maine gets Tennessee. Yeah, this is basically like the Europe series. Ohio gets Wisconsin. Connecticut gets Nebraska. Arkansas gets Rhode Island. Missouri gets Texas. Montana gets New Hampshire. Oklahoma gets Iowa. West Virginia gets South Carolina. Washington gets Georgia. Hawaii gets Alaska. Virginia, which is all alone, gets Maine. Michigan gets Tennessee. Maryland gets Nevada. Pennsylvania gets California. Alabama gets Colorado. Idaho, which is all by itself, gets North Carolina. Vermont gets Mississippi. Kansas is one of the few states that haven't done anything. Essentially, gets Massachusetts. Utah gets North Dakota. Kentucky gets Arizona. And yep, Ohio, which is the Florida, it owns Florida, gets Oregon. Indiana gets Illinois. New Jersey, which hasn't done anything, will get this weird pale color. And they'll get New Mexico. New York will get South Dakota. Wyoming gets Delaware. Louisiana gets Massachusetts. Tennessee gets Florida. Nevada, which is a part of the Yale, gets Alabama. Oklahoma gets California. Little tiny Delaware gets Texas. Yep, they're gonna win. South Dakota gets Utah. West Virginia gets New Jersey. Iowa gets Arizona. North Dakota gets Illinois. Connecticut gets New Mexico. South Carolina. Oh man, it's gonna be between the Greens and the Reds. Gets there's like 4 or 5 states remain. There is. Let me go back to the beginning. Okay, so we can't really go back to the beginning. I think it was New Hampshire. Because they got Colorado. Next is Idaho. They get Minnesota. Never know Idaho might win. They're slowly creeping up. But yeah, this is now Utah's color. The Colorado's color no longer exists. Now. No, but still exists. Just one state. Nebraska gets Oregon. New York, which is owned by Idaho, gets Maryland. Trying to follow the borders as much as possible. Vermont, which is New York's old color, gets Pennsylvania. Yeah, and then Pennsylvania again gets Mississippi. Rhode Island, which is that green color, gets Montana out. Kansas gets Wisconsin. Virginia, basically those guys are falling apart. Gets Georgia. Ohio gets Hawaii. That means that old color is now gone. North Carolina gets Kentucky. Maine, Virginia's doing pretty well now. They get New Hampshire. The problem is Indiana. They own Indiana. Indiana always shows up. And they're gonna always take something. Illinois again. But the old New York color gets Idaho. Yep. Kansas gets North Dakota. New Mexico gets North Carolina. Rhode Island gets Hawaii. Iowa gets Connecticut. They just took out that area. Virginia, all the states get to go. Texas. I'm sorry, Virginia. You don't get 3 states in one. It's called seeding. Then, yeah, Texas, New Jersey. The BB got taken out. Gets Minnesota. And New Jersey is also cheating. I know you don't want them to win, but you don't have to cheat. Colorado gets Pennsylvania. Gotta fix that before that becomes a problem. Wyoming gets Wisconsin. Oh, now it's just covering the whole map. Gets Wisconsin. Delaware gets Tennessee. Louisiana gets Alabama. Oregon gets West Virginia. Florida gets Mississippi. Missouri gets Indiana. Arizona gets New York. Oklahoma gets Nevada. Montana gets Ohio, and there goes Ohio's color. They were doing so well, too. Maine gets California. New Hampshire gets... Oh, Maryland again. So the countries in these randomizers are pretty dumb. They get at least they're doing something. Utah gets to go again. Oh wait, that's Georgia. They get Kentucky. Okay, we might have to split this up to 2 episodes. South Carolina, Alaska. Get South Carolina. Florida. Yeah, the former colors is Utah, North Dakota, Oregon, Idaho, Virginia. This gray color, which is Pennsylvania, and Nebraska. This color. South Carolina, Florida gets Washington as well. Mississippi gets back Pennsylvania. Yeah, those guys are now struggling. California gets Nevada. Connecticut, which is this green color, gets Arkansas. Indiana, which is the gray team, the Pennsylvania team, gets Colorado. Iowa gets West Virginia. So now they're getting all of them taken away. Arizona gets South Dakota. No, not both of them. You don't get both of them, okay? You get one or the other. Next is Idaho, who gets New Jersey. New Jersey, Louisiana gets Texas. Rhode Island gets Georgia. Nebraska, it might not be enough. They get Delaware, though. The brown team gets Delaware. Maine gets Oklahoma. Tennessee gets Utah. Massachusetts gets Minnesota. New York gets Michigan. Yeah, they're trying to eliminate all the other colors. Yep, the yellow colors is Alaska now. Kentucky. Sadly, they already own that, so they already had, Alaska gets to go, so that they're not out of the game yet. Gets, oh come on! Do I seriously have to do this again? There you go. There's a new border. Hope you like it. Alabama gets Illinois. Kansas gets New Mexico. Missouri gets Vermont. Virginia gets Wyoming. Gets South Carolina. Utah gets Idaho. I thought Idaho would be called the potato state. It's called the gem state. Even though everybody knows Idaho for the potatoes. North Carolina gets, yeah, that's part of the, yep, Washington's now back on their side. New Hampshire. This pink team's honestly turning pretty terrifying. Delaware gets Florida. Oklahoma gets Illinois. New Jersey gets California. And Virginia is going next. And they get Alaska. So that means Utah's color is eliminated. Rhode Island gets Nebraska. There goes Nebraska. Wisconsin gets back Alabama. Oregon. Oh, there we go. Hawaii. Oh, Georgia. Indiana. Missouri. Of course, they take Wyoming. They don't own Wyoming. Nevada. Yeah, these guys are not going up out of fight. Basically, Tennessee takes Arkansas. New York takes Vermont. The gray team is now going away. The blue team will be next. Arkansas gets Louisiana. Montana gets Iowa. Connecticut gets Texas. Yeah, it's kind of a battle royale now. It is between Virginia, Oregon, again, and North Dakota's former empire. Because North Dakota started out as this green color, I think. And then there's New York's old color and Idaho's color kind of just struggling to exist. Next is Iowa. And they take Connecticut. Texas. They take Massachusetts. Yeah, this is kind of a battle royale starting. West Virginia, same color, gets Colorado. Michigan gets Kentucky. Pennsylvania gets a cool New Jersey now. Ohio. Not Connecticut. Not Oklahoma. Arizona. I think this is the end of this video. Yep, that's basically about this video. It's like 46 minutes now. Goodbye.